All right, everyone. Welcome to the roundup of the double song week number 6, rock and roll. First of all, let's address what happened. I missed that someone had submitted a song that was on the do not use list that I posted in the first thread. And normally, what I would do in that situation is I would just disqualify them and give the opponent 2 points. This time I did not because it was me that was the opponent. So I wasn't just going to disqualify them and give me 2 points for something that may or may not be. It's definitely not something I've talked about before. So this situation, I just gave them time to get a new song in. But next time I won't be giving any time. Guys, double check the lists. I mean, I can't catch everything all the time. This one was 44 songs entered, so it's up to you guys to be more vigilant. There's a Spotify list you can search through. You can search on the thread that's available. All you have to do is do the forum search for a keyword or whatever. So I'll try to let you know if I notice it. I really will, but if I don't and it gets through and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that's an illegal song, you get disqualified. Your opponent gets 2 points. That's how it works. Didn't do this time because McHenry was my opponent, so and he smoked me, so it would have been a real controversy if I would have just disqualified them and gave them 2 points. Gave myself 2 points. So that is that. We'll get that out of the way. Next up, we'll start going through the matchups. First match we had was Mitch, who took a double dose of Chuck Berry, rock and roll music, and Roll Over Beethoven. That scored he got 16 votes against Cakewalker, who took I Don't Want to Rock by Bowling for Soup, and Heads Will Roll by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Heads Will Roll got a few votes, so that was popular. It's probably the I Don't Want to Rock that cost her a little bit, but it was 16-7, and Mitch won there. Next up, we have Spider, who took on Waddles. Spider had Rock Me Amadeus by Falco and Rolling in the Deep by Adele. 2 quality songs, and Waddles took Rock With You by Michael Jackson and Papa Was a Rolling Stone. No, Like a Rolling Stone, sorry. Like a Rolling Stone from Bob Dylan. My bad. Papa Was a Rolling Stone was later. So it was Bob Dylan and Michael Jackson. Pretty good twofer. So he ended up pulling that one out 12-11. So congratulations, Waddles, on the win there. 12-11. It was a close one. It was the closest matchup. That should have been my matchup of the week. Instead, this next one was, which was the hardest one for me personally. Match of the week was Sky versus Jeff. Sky took, let's see here, Rock Tonight by Europe and Rock and Roll Band by Boston. And Jeff took Rock the Casbah and Roller by April Wine. It wasn't really close. Sky won 16-7. So Sky will have an extra, because Sky won the match of the week, Sky will have an extra half hour earlier than anybody else that was in her class to get her votes in for the next round. All right. So next up we have Fuji, who took Rocker, and It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll from AC/DC, the Bon Scott era. It took on Doom, who had That's the Way I Want to Rock. I'm sorry, For Those About to Rock. Sorry, I couldn't. With all these songs, it was hard for me to read my writing, so I apologize. And Roll with the Changes from REO Speedwagon. So it was pretty much AC/DC and REO Speedwagon battle. Doom took this one 15-8, so congratulations, Doom. And next up, the next matchup, we had Fourth, who took Rock of Ages by Def Leppard and Rock and Roll by Velvet Underground. It took on Sabs, and Sabs had Jailhouse Rock by Elvis, and It's Only Rock and Roll by the Rolling Stones. So, and he ended up winning 14-9. I think it was close for a bit, but then it pulled away with the last few votes. So congratulations, Sabs, and I will have to give you your due a little later, because I got a stat a little bit later that you'll like. All right, next up we had Smark, who took Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO and Rock and Roll by Avril Lavigne. I was going to take Party Rockin' if it got to me, so Good job there. And they took on OMB, who had a killer round with Detroit Rock City and Old Time Rock and Roll by Kiss and Bob Seger, respectively. This was our biggest blowout, 20-3. OMB gets that victory. Good job, buddy. Next up, we had me, and I took Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin. Good pick. That did well. And I took Roll Out by Ludacris as a bit of a gamble, and that gamble did not pay off. So I was against McHenry, who replaced their Taken song, Rock You Like a Hurricane, with Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets, also known as the Happy Days theme. At one point, I think they changed it to a different theme, but at one point it was. And then Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. So that was a victory of 17-6. I got smoked, and it definitely would have been worse if he would have kept Rock You Like a Hurricane. But congratulations, Mr. McHenry. Next matchup, we got EC Haas, if you like, took Rockin' Me by the Steve Miller Band, and Rollin', 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 Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, which was going to be my song too, but he took it as the second song, so like he was way early on it. I really thought that I would get Rollin', but I guess that was just a pipe dream. And he defeated, let's see here, Wang, who had Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo by Rick Derringer and the Higher Rock and Roll by Huey Lewis and the News. I personally will never vote against Huey Lewis. It was my favorite. Growing up, still love him. Met Huey Lewis and the News outside of a concert once. Really nice guys. So Huey will always get my love. So, but it was not enough as Haas pulls out the victory 13-10. So good job there, Haas. Next up, we got Jimmy, who took Rock Show by Blink-182 and I Love Rock and Roll by Britney Spears. Shocker there. Everybody's shocked that Jimmy King took Britney Spears. I'm sure everybody is like, what? They got defeated by Trooper, who had a killer round as well. Trooper took We Will Rock You by Queen and Still Rock and Roll to Me by Billy Joel. He won by a total of 19-4, so it was a bit of a smoke show on that one. Another 19-4 was Luch, who had Hard Rock Hallelujah, and Papa Was a Rolling Stone was here, so by the Temptations, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. And he took on Lethal, who had the Trish Stratus theme, Let's Rock and Roll, or whatever it is called. It's the Trish Stratus theme. And Rock Bottom by Eminem. So, that was a 19-4 as well, so Lethal did get a little bit of their butt kicked. Final matchup was Polar with Like a Rock by Bob Seger and Roll On by Alabama. And he defeated Chris, who had Rock and Roll Suicide by David Bowie and Roll With It from Oasis. That was a 13-10, so that was a fairly close one as well. It was tied with EC and Wang as our second closest. So, good job, guys. Nice victory. So, Polar got 2 in a row wins here with his debut. Now, the stat I had that I was talking about was that only one person that was previously in the top 9 in the standings won this round. Everybody else, all other 8 of us lost. Sabs is the only person that was in the top 9, which is how many points to win. So, good job, Sabs, on that one. And all of us other guys have been doing well. Suck the fucking dick this round. So, there's that. For bonus points, we get tons of bonus points to hand out. First, we'll do the one-pointers. Let's see here. For the one-pointers, we had Spider. You didn't win your battle, but you got 1 bonus point for Rock Me Amadeus. So good job on that one. And the other one-pointer for the rolling song was a song we've just been listening to the instrumental of. It'd be Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'. So Haas gets a bonus point for that. The next one, the 2-pointers were... let's see here. For our 2-pointers, we had... Alright. Sorry. The list this long. It was... Detroit Rock City. OMB took Detroit Rock City. That was a 2-pointer. So good job with that one. And the other 2-pointer for the Roll songs were Billy Joel. Trooper took Billy Joel with It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. So, and the 3-pointers, well, it's the same two from last time. They're just flip flop. We Will Rock You got the most points for rock. So congratulations, Trooper. You get 5 total bonus points. And so does OMB, because Old Time Rock and Roll was the top point getter for the Rolling Songs. So that's another 5 points. You guys get a total of 8 points. So with all those extra, that's 8 bonus points. That's pretty damn good. I mean, not 8 bonus points, but 8 points total. So that's pretty damn good. Good job, guys, on that. And with that, we have the new standings. And we do have a new number 1. Trooper has 17 total points now, so they're in number 1. So welcome to the land of picking your song last. Jeff, even though he didn't win, didn't get any bonus points, still solid at number 2 with 15 points. So nobody else passed him but Trooper. Number 3, me, Wang. We stayed at 10. I mean, I stayed at 14, so we're still there. But joining us is Sabs with his victory, and OMB with his 5 extra points goes up to 14. So, I mean, it's 8 extra points. Goes up to 14. Sorry. It's 8 points. That's 14. So, good job, OMB, Sabs. So, OMB, you are now also in the realm of people that get to pick last. In 4th place, is in 4th place, which is super convenient. With 12 points, him, Jimmy, Waddles, and Sky. They all have 12 points total now, so they're all in 4th place. 5th place is Lethal and Smark, who both stayed at 11. 6th place, we got Fuji stayed at 10. But we got Luch, Doom, and Haas, who all joined him at 10 points. So Haas with that extra bonus point gets him up to 10 points in 6th place. 7th place, we have the new guy, Polar, and Mitch, both with 9 points. So good job, Polar. Keep doing a good job there. And 8th is Cake with 6 points. 9 is Chris with 5 points. And Spider, while you're still in last place, you have 4 points now instead of 3 because you got that 1 bonus point. So inching up ever closely. So good job, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed that round. We only do one of those a season because it's a lot of work. On your end, on my end, it's just a whole ton of work. But I like to do a double because like this topic was just ripe. We could do another whole round of rock or roll songs. There's a lot to pick from. So thank you for that. The last crew there, Cake, Chris, and Spider. At 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so in about an hour and a half or so, you can get me in your songs. Now, the theme this time is going to be metals. Not heavy metal, but metals. A song title including any of the metals in the periodic table, any metals you think of, steel, tin, gold. Also the word metal. You can use that. Now, songs that Copperhead, golden, those count. Those are fine. Words like tinted or tiny. Words that have nothing to do with the metal part of it. Those do not count. So, there should be a good amount of songs for everybody to choose from. Yeah, there's a lot of songs with metal in the title, as it is. So, even if you go metal and gold, still quite a bit to choose from. So, you guys have that. So, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you first 3 can get yours into me. At 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, after 8, after 8, we got Fuji, Luch, Doom, Haas, Polar, and Mitch can all get theirs into me. At 8:30, Sky, you can get yours into me at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, we got 4th, Jimmy, Waddles, Lethal, and Smark. After 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Trooper, Jeff, Wang, Sabs, OMB, and myself can get our songs in. I will obviously have this all in the post, which I will be doing shortly. So, thank you all for another good round. We are at the halfway point, so things have been going pretty smoothly, except for that hiccup this round, and we've only had to replace 2 people, so that's not bad at all. So, everybody, thank you very much for your time. Rock on. Have a good night.